Momodu, a prominent chieftain of the opposition People's Democratic Party, PDP, has raised concerns that Nigeria is heading towards a one-party state. Momodu claims the ruling All Progressives Congress, that's APC, is orchestrating chaos within opposition parties to weaken them and consolidate its dominance. According to Momodu, the APC is leveraging its control of state power to destabilize key opposition parties, including the PDP, Labour Party, and New Nigeria People's Party. This tactic, he says, is designed to prevent opposition parties from functioning effectively. Momodu has also highlighted internal issues within the PDP, stating that the party is its own worst enemy. He attributed most of the crisis in PDP to unresolved conflicts stemming from the 2022 primary elections, which the APC took advantage of to weaken the party further. Well, joining us right now to further analyze the allegation that Nigeria is heading in a one-party state direction and the need to arrest the development is Arise News analyst Dayo Sobowale. Good afternoon, Mr. Sobowale.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for joining us. Great to have you. Your initial reaction, are we actually heading towards a one-party state?
I will say yes and no.
Okay.
Dayo Momodu knows what he's saying. He knows the problem and he knows the solution because he's an astute politician himself. The APC is the party in power, and we are practicing the presidential system of government. It is a winner-takes-all thing. The winner takes all the prizes, leaving the loser, no matter how close the competition, leaving the loser empty-handed until the next election. In our case, it is 4 years. In the case of the Americans, who we are copying, there is always a midterm election that will determine the popularity or acceptability of policies of whoever wins that presidential election. So before the 4 years, they can still assess. But in our own case, it's winner takes all for 4 years. And its delays, fears are not unfounded. But I doubt if he would not do the same thing if he was in APC and if he became president. Do you get me? He accuses the APC of destabilizing the other parties. But he also admits that the other parties have inherent problems that is dislocating and destabilizing them. And he mentioned them, PDP and Wiki, unresolved. In politics, you say your enemy's enemy is your friend.
Yep.
I would not say it is deliberate, but if the PDP and Labour cannot put the houses in order, the APC will hold a celebration party over it. Will it not? So it is politics. If he reads it that way, that we are heading towards a one-party state, I will say technically we are not, because we still have election. You saw what happened. You see, this Trump victory will dominate events in the world for a long time, even beyond this time. This is a total U-turn from one set of policies to another. The diversity, inclusion, all this thing on gender, they are on hold now. Even companies that have been praising them, they are stopping all policies in which they are involved in. That is the situation with Nigeria. I think it was Ganduje, the chairman, who said they will be in power forever or something like that. Some people, when PDP was there, a senator said they will be in power for 50 years. And they lost party 4 years later. So that's the nature of politics. Momodu is reading them his own way. But I don't share his fears that we are going towards a one-party state. We are too robust, too diversified, and too energetic people to allow that to happen. Yes.
All right. Well, I like that reading. But when you look at it, it does seem, however, that opposition politics is not as impactful as one might expect it to be, especially, so far down in the journey of democracy. What do you think is the fundamental issue with opposition politics here in Nigeria?
It's power. Nigerian power. They say power corrupts. Absolute power. You see the level of carpet crossing. Everybody wants to be the ruling party. And there is no serious penalty for that, except to go to court. And with litigation, by the time the litigation comes through, you have already spent your time. So you have enjoyed what they think you have stolen illegally. But that's the nature of politics. In the US, carpet crossing is not that allowed, but it does happen, but on a minuscule scale. But see how many people in labor are still in labor now, with the small number of seats they have in the House. I won't say it is greed or whatever, it's political convenience, and you know, everybody wants to enjoy power. Nobody wants to be left, you know, mourning lack of power. Like Dayo even said, he said some of the people in PDP or the parties that lost power, that they are still bemoaning. I don't think so. Most of them have astutely worked towards getting over to the other side. And enjoying the purposes of power. That's right. So that's it.
Okay, well said, Mr. Sobowale. Now, from your perspective, what indicators suggest systematic opposition suppression beyond the defections that you've already touched on?
It is not suppression. We say power enticement.
Okay, enticement. Enticement.
Because if you get them over, they're asking them to come and eat. Like Bola Ige said to, okay, somebody said to Bola Ige in the Obasanjo presidency, we have invited you to come and eat, not to come and criticize us. That sums up the nature of Nigerian politics. People don't want to be in perpetual opposition, so they don't, you know, get involved in the poverty of power, whilst they are still politicians. That's the long and short of it.
Do you think we'll ever see a day where ideology dominates the, you know, dominates the popularity of a political party or the success of a political party at the polls in Nigeria?
It depends on which ideology. See, I'm a student of politics. I find it difficult now to say a party is socialist or a party is capitalistic and all that. Because, you see, since the end of the Second World War, people have moved from the right to the center, from the left to the center. And you see the branding going on in America, the Democratic Party, which we used to think is our party, of the left, they have been called socialist in a negative sense, and they are calling the conservative fighting for traditional rights. As we know them, they are calling them fascists. So, ideology has taken a flight out of the window in terms of contemporary politics. And it is an evolution that is bound to go on. Because some people brought sex and identification into the realm of politics. And that had an effect. So it's difficult now to categorize people in terms of traditional ideologies of socialism, capitalism, and what have you. Even communism. Because the communists feel they are better than the socialist or the Democrat. But they are feeding their people anyway, and they are defending them. But then, you know, in this part of the world, we value human rights. Human rights more than anything, even at the expense of our own security. Even your observation the other time. So let's leave it like that for now.
All right, Mr. Sobowale, we appreciate your entertaining and insightful analysis as always. Many thanks for joining us. Thank you for your time.